Show. This is episode 949 and we're here live in Southwest Florida at the beach today. It's a little different, which is always exciting, but isn't every day different anyway here. I'll show you some of the things that I've noticed that are a little different today when we get started, but I'll wait a few seconds for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope you're having a great day so far. Hi Thea, good morning. Hi Eve and Lisa, good morning Grace. Welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. Hi Sean, Marcia, Lily. This is episode 949. Hi Joe and Judy, Kathy, good morning. We are live in Southwest Florida at the beach. Hi Marcia, Patricia, Lori, Donna, Michelle, Judy, Pamela, Anna, Sabrina. Good morning. Hi Terry. Hi Barbara. Can you see this pile behind me? Does anybody know what this is? Can you tell yet? Hi Karen. Hi Natalie and Pamela. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Hi Kokuda, Dawn. Yes, those are seashells behind me. It looks like the water dumped a bunch of seashells up on the shoreline overnight. And it's funny because I've been wanting to pick up some seashells. Do you recall that I planted a lemon tree in the middle of my backyard and I scooped all of the wood chips away from it so there is a round little dirt area around it? I would really like to grab some seashells from the beach to line that little circle. So the circle's only about that big around the tree, but wouldn't it be cute to get some similar size like scallop seashells, the flat round ones, and line that area? So this might be a good day to pick up some seashells. Hi Donna and Marcia, Carrie, Val. Let's see, I can go closer so you can see them. Looks like a lot of them are small, so I'm not sure if it will work for my project. I think, well, there's a couple that are 2 inches in diameter. I might grab some this morning. Oh, I wouldn't think that seashells would give nutrients to the soil, but if that's true, that's cool. I have no idea about that. But yeah, I think there's enough of, I'll show you, the flat seashells like this shape. That's the kind I want to use, but I'd prefer to find them just a little bit bigger than that. But honestly, if I just scooped up and filled up my bag with these, I'd probably find enough that would work. And maybe they don't have to work either. Maybe they don't have to be perfect. Sometimes the fun of doing something natural is it being imperfect. So, and I did bring a big bag with me this morning. Some of you may already have this bag. It's an older bag that I released for holiday a couple years ago. I still use one of them, and I grabbed a bunch of stuff to show you this morning. So I've got a lot of stuff on my blanket here, but I think I might end up taking all my stuff to the car, emptying the bag and coming back and filling the bag with seashells today. That might be cool. I hope I'm allowed to here. I don't see why I wouldn't be. I won't be piggy about it. Maybe I won't just scoop. Maybe I'll pick them specifically. I would imagine that I need about 100 seashells to generously go around that perimeter. Probably need more than that even. Well, if I do, I'll share with you when I get to my backyard and you guys can watch me set it up. And if I don't have enough, then we'll know that I need more and we'll have a better idea of how many more I'll need at that point. Oh, that's a good, I see where you're going with that, Sabrina. She said that she wondered if the seashells bring nutrients to the soil like eggshells do. I don't know. Never heard of it, but it's certainly something we could Google, right? Hi, Ikiam. Thank you, Anna. Yes, I'm wearing the Fantasy Lux Cardi. This is such a beautiful crochet pattern. It's a cardi wrap with optional sleeves, and optional in a couple of ways because I make the sleeves separately and you can choose on any given day to wear it with sleeves or wear it without sleeves. I simply corset tie the sleeves to the armhole openings so that you can wear it with or without. I chose to wear it with sleeves today because I wanted to wear a sleeveless top underneath. I find that a sleeveless top looks more attractive with sleeves with lace, and if you're going to wear long sleeves, then it's more attractive, or even short sleeves, then it's more attractive to wear something sleeveless. I just don't like to wear sleeveless on sleeveless. I don't think it's nearly as interesting as adjusting the length of your layers. Ooh, it hurts to stand in the stones, but I wanted to show you my outfit, so I'm going to try. Ouch! Sand is much more forgiving to bare feet than seashells are. It's not easy to stand on. This is the Lux Fantasy Vest made in Biso Lux yarn, my number 2 sport weight bamboo and cotton blend yarn in color Denim Crush. It is number 2 sport weight, so you could make this in Biso Sporty. You could also make it in Biso Lux. You could also make it in any of the Biso Bear. Any of the number 2 sport weight yarns would be absolutely beautiful. It is an 8-ball project in Biso Lux, and I asked Judy for a favor just before I went live. I texted her with a minute to spare and said, could you please quickly do the yardage to let me know how many balls of Biso Sporty that is. Obviously it's easy math, but I had 60 seconds before going live, so I couldn't even look up. I figured it was probably 4 balls of Biso Sporty because it's 8 balls of Biso Lux. They're roughly half the size balls, which is why they're so much less expensive. However, yes, thank you very much. So you could make this with 4 balls of Biso Sporty, 4 balls of Biso Bear, or 8 balls of Biso Lux yarn. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about that? There is a free pattern page on my website. There's also an ad-free PDF download with charts. There are video tutorials for it, I believe. Should be. Judy has been sharing links to everything, and thank you so much for that, but these are just live links right now, which do take you away from the show if you click on the link. So if you want to wait, all of these links will be shared in the video description as show notes when the show is over. So if you want to stay and chat with me and everyone else here, those links will also be available again in a few minutes, or you can find all of the things that I talk about on my website. And if that's not enough, you can always email Judy after the show or leave a comment here in the video after the show if you're having trouble finding anything. Always different ways to find what you're looking for, and we're more than happy to help. Thank you, Sabrina. I love this blue too. This is called Denim Crush in Biso Lux yarn. Such a beautiful color. I love it. Would work with so many different outfits too. It's a neutral color because it's like denim. You know, denim is another neutral, right? And anything that replicates the color of jeans, what can we wear jeans with? Anything. So what can you wear with the color of denim? Anything. That makes it a neutral. Makes it a bright, beautiful neutral, but it's still a neutral, meaning that it can go with anything. Hi G, good morning. Does anybody have any other questions about what I've talked about so far? We are going to have another live premiere video tutorial later today. I hope you enjoy the live premiere aspect of the video tutorials. I know I love them. Because, you know, when we do the show in the morning, it's live, which is awesome. You know how much I love being live. But yes, Lori, I'll come back to that in a second. But on the live premiere videos, I get to join the chat. And that's something that I don't get to do here when I'm live. When I'm live here, I don't get to I don't get to participate in the chat. So what I love about the live video premieres is that I get to participate in the chat. But even more important to me is that it allows you to ask me questions live if you have questions during the tutorial. And I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. I feel like it's just another level of teaching and education to be able to answer anything that might be confusing in the moment or anything. I love being able to talk about a project while you're watching the video for the first time. Notice I said when you're watching it for the first time. I feel like video tutorials are so wonderful because you can come back to them as many times as you want. watch something that you're trying to learn as many times as you want. Use it supplementally with the pattern to understand that they're both done in the same way. And I say the instructions while you're watching me do it the same way it's written in the pattern, so that it all comes together, so that when you read the pattern, it's no longer foreign information. It's something you're familiar hearing me say while watching me do it, and it just all brings it together. And I don't know, I think it's amazing. I love teaching, as you know, and the more ways you can teach something all at the same time, I feel like it's the best way to make a full-bodied learning experience. So I don't know, as you can tell, I'm passionate about it. Anyway, I was going to say something else. Oh, Lori was saying, could you make the sleeves permanent? Absolutely. You could just start the sleeves right from the openings on here and just continue the pattern, continue in pattern. Or you could make the sleeves and sew them in, or corset tie them permanently in, or any number of ways. But yes, you could absolutely make the sleeves permanent. You do not have to make the sleeves adjustable like I do. Thank you, Helen. I've always been enthusiastic. That's just the personality that I am. Anna, I did not quite get your question. I'm sorry. She was talking something about the live premieres, but I didn't quite get it. Hi, Chris. Good morning. Hi, Steffi. Okay, so do you want to see sneak peeks of new patterns, or do you want to see yarn colors? What would you like to see next? Because I have both. Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoy my teaching style. You know, it's okay. I mean, everybody can enjoy something different. There are teachers that might sync better with some people than others, and there is no such thing as the best teacher or the best style of teaching. There are different things that work better for others, and if my teaching style works for you, fantastic, and if it doesn't, there are other teachers out there too. You know, everybody has their own preferences and their own styles, and it's okay. It's all okay. Whatever works best for you to get the results you want is okay. Lori, thank you so much. I got another super chat tip. Thank you so much. That's so exciting. Hi, Deborah. Okay, so I saw a lot of yarn colors and sneak peeks, so we'll just do it all. Closest to me is the yarn, so we'll start there. So as I mentioned the other day, Be So Sporty is back in stock now, is now available in hanks instead of center pull balls, which means you will wind it yourself. I have lots of videos on winding, and we will do it. I was going to do it today, but I forgot to bring my chair from the car, and I'm not sitting in a way that I could show you my knees, so we'll just do another one another day, but I will do it very soon. And in the meantime, I've got lots of videos on winding yarn with tools, without tools, all sorts of ways. It's not difficult to do, and I give lots of tips and tricks in those videos. You can find all of them, but so now Be So Sporty yarn is reduced in price. It is the lowest priced it's ever been. Now that I'm not winding it and having that huge labor cost, I'm bringing the savings to everyone else as well. So it is the lowest price it's ever been, plus and that's the regular sale price, regular price, not sale price, and it's still available for bulk discounts and free shipping as well. And here are the colors that are available right now. This is Enchanted Peace Rose and Flowering Aloe Vera. By the way, my aloe vera, I have two different types of aloe vera plants in my backyard. Both are starting to flower right now, and I'm so excited about that. And that's what this yarn is named after, because it's got the green of the plant and the bright fiery orange coral of the flowers. So cool. This is Gold Leaf, so pretty. And we have Heather Highland. Isn't that beautiful? So, so, so pretty. Can you see the color variation in there as well? And then we have Indigo Shibori. Yes, Lori, I have two different types of aloe vera in my yard that flower. We should probably go live from my backyard one day this week, maybe to decorate around my lemon tree and also just show you what's going on with all the plants. Lots of fun stuff going on there. Here's another Beautiful color, driftwood. How beautiful does that match the beach behind me? Oh my goodness. But this one's called driftwood. So beautiful. And then we have fairy wings, mostly green with little pops of lavender and turquoise in there too. So beautiful. Oh, Sherry's Christmas cactus is in bloom. That's awesome. I love Christmas cactus too. Then we have sandcastle, also a familiar color here this morning. Look at that. Is that spot on or what? Here's sandcastle. And then we have dark amber. I love this color so much. It's got that beautiful coppery, all those different beautiful copper shades and amber, and it has some slight variations in color too. So pretty. I love it. Then we have aqua bohemica. How pretty is that? With aqua and turquoise and all sorts of variations in there. Hopefully you can see these colors well on camera. And then we have Sunrise 14, which shares some of the sandy colors and some of the turquoises. So beautiful. And this is the color that I made that headscarf in last month, the Catalina headscarf, maybe a couple months ago. I love this color so much. This is Tango. We've got bright blue and chartreuse and raspberry and black. So beautiful, and it does match very well. For those looking to match, it matches very well with gold leaf. I love this color. If you want to see how it looks worked up, you could check it out on the Catalina headscarf pattern that I made in crochet, I don't know, last month or a couple months ago. I did it in corner to corner style crochet, where you start in the corner, work your way up, and then come back down. So I ended up making a square, but on the diagonal. Oh, great. The light, the natural light at the beach worked well this morning. Great. I think, well, the sun's a little hazy under some very light clouds, and I think that slightly indirect light actually works the best for showing the colors. Yes, somebody says they've used Be So Lux, but they have not used Be So Sporty. Great question. Be So Sporty yarn, they're both #2 sport weight yarns. Be So Sporty is 100% bamboo, and Be So Lux is 70% bamboo, 30% cotton. And she was saying, is Be So Sporty as drapey as Be So Lux? I would have to say maybe more. Bamboo is one of the drapiest fibers on the market, and so 100% bamboo might be a little drapier with a little more sheen. The cotton brings a little more body and a little more softness and matteness to the Be So Lux. Not a ton, but if you were comparing them side by side, I mean, we're splitting hairs here. They're both incredibly drapey, and they both have beautiful sheen, but I would say Be So Sporty has more of both because it's 100% bamboo, whereas Be So Lux is 70% bamboo, 30% cotton. They are both lovely. Like, if you like drapey yarn and you like a little bit of sheen and luster and shine, you will love both of them. That's the best answer that I could give you. But I can show you in a quick comparison what cotton and bamboo look side by side. If you watched the show 2 days ago, I talked about Be So Bear yarn coming back into stock and how I've grown the Be So Bear yarn family to include 2 different fiber contents. These are undyed yarns. This is 100% organic cotton, and this one is 100% bamboo. They're both available in their undyed forms on my website. I've had requests for so many years to have undyed yarn on my website, and there were times when I was comfortable with it, times when it didn't work so well, and you know, costs change all the time too. I feel like the costs of goods always go up, and sometimes customers are willing to accept growing prices, sometimes they're not, and there was a time, I don't know. Anyway, there were a lot of extenuating circumstances where I did not carry Be So Be So Bear yarn for a long time, but it's back in stock, and it's a time right now when I want to educate and teach and inspire with this yarn for a number of reasons. You can obviously use them in their bare state, and they're just gorgeous undyed. This is 100% organic cotton, and this is 100% bamboo. You can see some of the differences there. Can you see the sheen on this one compared to the mattness of the cotton? Cotton by nature is more of a matte fiber, and bamboo is a more lustrous fiber. So there's a good comparison of the two. They're both incredibly soft. They're both #2 sport weight yarns. In the very near future, I am going to be sharing with you some ways to dye this yarn if you're interested in DIY dyeing. First of all, you can dye with traditional dyes. You can dye with all natural dyes. You can dye with food scraps from your kitchen with natural vegetable dyes. We're going to talk about all those things, and I'm going to share so many wonderful techniques for dyeing for you. But then there's also, do you dye a full color? Do you dye variegated colors? Do you dye in the hank, or do you make your finished project and then dip dye your project? I'm going to share all of that with you as well. But wait, there's more. It's available with bulk discounts up to 30% because this is an opportunity for you to get yarn at a super discount, to dye it yourself and be your very own indie dyer for anybody who's looking to have that kind of a side hustle where you indie dye your own yarn. So all of those options are available with this yarn, and we're going to be talking about it in depth about all the different techniques. It's so exciting, and so all of that will be coming soon. But in the meantime, there's information on all of this on the internet already. So if you want to get started without me, that's fine as well. The yarns are available now, and they're available in the bulk discounts now. So you can use them undyed. You can dye them yourself. You can make projects to then dip dye or ombre dye. Of course you can use coffee and tea to dye the yarn. Absolutely, that's a very easy natural way to dye yarn. Or onion skins, or red cabbage, or beets, or berries. I mean, there's so many natural ways to dye yarn, and I'm working on an ebook to talk about natural dyes first, but we're going to continue talking about this for a long time. And like I said, there's tons of information out there now. If you don't want to wait for me, that's fine too. But lots of fun ways to explore our creativity with dyeing as well. So there's all that. So we've got, if you want hand-dyed yarn, I have it. If you want yarn in a ton of colors, I have that. And if you want undyed yarn, now I have that as well. So does anybody have any questions about that? I know I talked about an awful lot just now, including sharing 12 new colors of Be So Sporty and talking about Be So Bare and DIY dyeing. And I still have samples to show you, so we'll get to that. I did mention we have a live premiere today at noon, and that will be part 3 of the Nikki scarf. Then tomorrow will be part 3 of the Simone poncho, where I show you how to create the cuffs on the side and the edging. Then following that will be video part 4, which is not scheduled yet, and that will be to make the cowl for the Simone poncho. And honestly, just to make, even if you don't want to make a cowl, even if you don't want to make a poncho, the cowl's pretty awesome on its own too. It works. What we're going to learn in this is the stitch pattern from the body was done in rows, and this is converting that stitch pattern into rounds, and also doing some increases within the pattern so that we get that wider volume here, so that when you fold it in half and wear it doubled as a cowl, you get that volume that splays out on your neck. I'll try it on so you can see what I mean. See how much more volume there is because it's super long and increases. It gives you that gorgeous drape for a cowl, which is there, I mean, beautiful. I can't get over how beautiful this is. I don't have the numbers on my head, Lori. You'd have to look at the pattern page for that. So beautiful though, right? So that will be in the 4th video. But we have a video, I think definitely the video at noon today is already premiered. I think the other video for the part 3 of the poncho is getting stuck up on uploading. I might need to re-upload that one. We'll see. It is ongoing right now, but as soon as it's live, as soon as it's available, I'll let you know. Or YouTube will let you know. Does anybody have any other questions? If not, I've got 2 pattern sneak peeks. Oh, the dragonflies in flight shawl is almost done. I finished photos yesterday, and I'm on the last step of tech editing right now, so I should be able to release that later today. It's a 5-ball project in Be So Easy yarn, and I'll be releasing that later today. It's a top-down half circle shaped shawl. It's kind of a top-down triangle shawl. It's somewhere between triangle and half circle. Because of that, you could continue on in pattern and do it in a thinner yarn. It does not have to be only a number 5 bulky weight yarn. Once you understand where the increases are, you could continue on in pattern so that you could do it in anything. You could do it in Be So Fine, Be So Sporty, Be So Lux. You could do it in any of my Be So Baby, my number 1, number 2, number 3 weight yarns. You could even do it in Be So Vivid, number 4. So once something is top down, you could continue on and make it bigger and do more repeats. So even whether you love it in Be So Easy or you would like it in something thinner, it will work beautifully no matter what. And we can talk more about that when I bring it to the show one day this week. We'll talk about all of that, and I'll talk about it in the video tutorials as well. But you can look for that pattern later today. All right, are you ready for the sneak peeks? I have 2 new hats coming in Be So Vivid yarn, wintry hats, but also bucket hats. So this is a bucket hat in crochet that's going to match the finger warmers. It has those embossed flowers at the crown, not the crown. What do you call that headband area? Or the, I forget what you call that area. Anyway, so this is a bucket hat with a little bit of a ruffle to it. I think you might fold it up in the front, and it has those flowers along the side. Isn't that so cute? And then I have, and this is in This'll Make You Smile, and then I have a knit bucket hat in Be So Vivid yarn in color, A River Runs Through It. This one will be available soon too. Yeah, I can't remember what that area of a hat is called. It's where you put the hat band. Anyway, so those patterns are in process and will be coming soon too. I believe they're 1 ball projects, but I'll know more in the coming days. All right, does anybody have any other questions? Oh, which reminds me, I wanted to mention something. So there was a little bit of chatter about the fact that the mitten or the fingerless gloves that I did in Be So Vivid yarn, the petal gloves, were too lacy for some people for winter. First of all, I wanted to say that not every project is meant for the dead of winter, right? Some things can be worn, and there's a time and a place for everything. However, if you don't want all of those meshes around the mesh hole for where the flower goes, you could do everything in solid double crochet and just do the 1 mesh hole where the flower goes. You could do that as well. Head circumference. These patterns are not done yet, Sabrina, so I don't have those details to share with you. This is just a behind the scenes sneak peek of things that are on their way. Does anybody have any other questions? Yeah, the flowers are super cute around the band on the hat, and they tie in very nicely with the fingerless gloves as well, or fingerless mitts. Does anybody have any other questions? We talked about a lot today. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Well, that's good. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, my show and tells, chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. And if you want to join me, noon today for the live premiere of the Vicky Scarf Part 3. Okay, bye.